I have been a breastfeeding consultant for 18, 19 years. This is my family. I'm a mother of 4 kids. I have 2 boys, 2 girls. So basically, I have 4 adults at home. I'm very, very happy, and I dare to tell you, and very, very happy to share with you that my family is a very close-knit family. And we are always hugging and kissing each other. We are always holding hands. We go everywhere together. And everybody who sees us, they are always like, wow, you're so lucky. Your children are so obedient. Your children are so good. You're so close to your family. You're so close to your children. And I always like, no, it's not luck. I work very hard for it. All right. It is not luck that we end up to be a close-knit family. And I want to share with you why, before I go into sharing with you why, how we work to become a very close-knit family. My question for you today is, what is your number one wish for your baby? All of you, you're pregnant. I hope you're excited. You have some hopes. What is your number one wish for your baby? Can we see some answers here? Healthy and happy. Good health, healthy and happy. Yes. Thank you, May. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Lisa. Healthy and happy. Thank you, Ita. Healthy. It looks like healthy, Stephanie. Healthy wins. Yeah, healthy wins. I think so too. Every time if I were to say, hey, Yanni, congratulations, you're pregnant. What's your wish for your baby? Or I ask Yanni, baby boy or baby girl? Then Yanni, I think will answer, it doesn't matter baby boy or baby girl as long as she or he is healthy. Usually, yeah, usually lah. Then there will be sometimes, Asika say healthy and cute. Yes, who doesn't want a cute baby? Yeah, of course. But yet she put healthy first. Most of you, then you say joy, healthy, normal, honoring God. That's fantastic. You have a wish for your baby. Even, I don't know, maybe you're just 1 month pregnant, maybe just 2 months pregnant, or even 9 months pregnant, going to deliver soon. You do have something, a hope, a wish for your baby, for your baby to be healthy, to be normal, to be joyful, to honor God, and to serve society, perhaps. Okay, fantastic wish. Yeah. Now, whatever thing that you want from your baby, it has to do with natural law. Everything that happens to you, your family, your baby, yourself, your husband, your in-laws, your work, everything, okay, happens, and it has a lot. The outcome of it has a lot to do with something called natural law. Okay. Now, how did I end up with a close-knit family? How did I end up with children who loves me and who love and honor daddy and mommy? Yeah, and I dare to tell you that if you meet them on the street, you ask them about mommy and daddy, I believe I know very well what their answer will be, that they truly, 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 truly love and honor me, because from what they say and from their action as well, they will accompany me to friends' house, to grandparents' house. They're always pleasant. They're easy to talk to. Ask my friends too. I think 2 of my friends are here. Katrina and Daphne is here. They will be able to tell you that I'm telling the truth about them. Yeah. How did it happen? It happens because of the hard work we put in. It happens because of the natural law. And what is natural law? What is natural law? Okay. How many of you believe in the natural law of gravity? Let's respond. Me or put up a hand? Okay, let's see who responded. Every single time I ask this question, Joanne answered, Fanny answered, and Katrina answered. But the rest of the people, I have about 32 people in this room, Okay, Daphne also answered, okay? But very few hands actually goes up all the time. So it feels like, okay, Rata answered now, but it feels like maybe out of 32 people, only about 7 answered. 23 of you do not believe in the law of gravity. So if you don't believe in the law of gravity, I invite you to go up to the second floor of your house or the top floor of your condo. You jump and you see what happens. Whether you're Chinese, Indian, Malay, whether you believe in it or you say, I don't believe in it, it works. It's immutable. Natural law is not man-made. Natural law is natural. It is inherent. It has a basis in nature. It cannot be changed. All right. It's the same for everybody. It works for everybody. And here we have another law called the natural law of sowing and reaping. Now you have the natural law of attraction. Yes, it's about the same way as well. Okay, understanding it a little bit differently. But yes, the law of attraction may work depending on how you understand it. Some people's understanding of natural law of attraction is a little bit different. So if you want to plant, let's say a chili plant, what must you put in? You want to plant a chili plant, you must put in a chili seed. Agree? I promise you, everybody here, I promise you, Joanne, I promise you, Bernice, I promise you, Ika, all right, Lisa, that if you put in a cucumber seed, no matter how you pray, no matter how you beg, no matter how you believe in the law of attraction, your cucumber seed will never become a chili plant. Believe me or not? Yes, no? Okay, you want a chili plant, you must put in a chili seed. So that's why I say it depends on how you believe in the law of attraction. You say, I believe in the law of attraction. I'm attracting a chili plant. I'm attracting a chili plant, all right? But you put in a cucumber seed, no matter how you believe in the law of attraction, it will be, because the law of sowing and reaping is a lot stronger than other laws. Okay, it's actually one of the most powerful laws of all, the law of sowing and reaping. Now, in order for your chili seed to grow, of course, first of all, you must plant it in good soil, all right? You must water it, you must give it sunlight, you must give it air. And then occasionally you must fertilize it. Then this chili seed may grow into a beautiful chili plant that gives you a lot of chili. Correct? Okay. So what must you do in order for your chili seed to grow into a chili plant? You have to work at it. It's the same thing with breastfeeding. It's the same thing with breastfeeding. I asked a question when you were signing up. I asked, how many of you have actually attended a breastfeeding class? And 88% say no, not yet. But all of you, 100% of you here, all right, says that you want to breastfeed. Yes? Okay, in order for you to breastfeed successfully, in order for you to grow a chili plant successfully and produce chili, all right, what must you do? You must first plant it. And a lot of us approach breastfeeding, crossing our finger and say, I hope so lah, I hope so lah, I hope I have enough milk lah. Correct or not? Yeah, a lot of parents, whenever after they deliver their baby, they contact me for help because as a breastfeeding consultant, I'm available for consultation. So these mothers actually contact me for help, and I ask them, have you attended a breastfeeding class? Almost everybody, almost like 80% will say no. And when I say, why didn't you attend a breastfeeding class? Do you know anything about breastfeeding? And most of them, almost all of them will say, oh, I thought breastfeeding is natural. And I'll put the baby to the breast and breastfeed. That's it. Well, it's true. It's the same thing as a chili plant. You put the seed into the ground, it should grow, correct? But how many of you have tried growing chili before? Just a show of hand. Just Ika, okay, I just want to ask Ika. Ika may actually unmute yourself or you can type in. Ika, how successful are you at growing your chili?
I think it depends. If I keep on watering that, put it under the sunlight, then it will grow lah. But then end up the plant will die.
How many times you have planted and the plant died?
I think most of the time.
3 times? 5 times?
I would say like
and they die
times?
from what?
I'm not sure. The leaves become wilted, and yeah, I have no idea.
I give you an idea because I'm a gardener myself. No, I'm an okay gardener, quite successful. I have a lot of chili plants. That's why I love using chili as an example. Okay, I plant tomatoes, I plant cabbage, I plant lettuce, I plant kailan. Okay, quite successfully lah. Okay, and one of it is chili. Okay, quite successful as well. And yes, they get wilted. You know why? Because there's a pest. And usually you see white flies flying around it, correct? Yes, and then you look underneath the chili leaf, the chili plant leaf, you see white spots or black spots on it.
Yep, correct.
Yes, and then it dies. So you see, even when breastfeeding is so natural, planting a seed is so natural, just put it in, it will grow. But what happens along the way? We have to protect it. We have to do certain things to protect it, like what Ika says, she waters it. She put it in good sunlight. Yeah, but too hot sunlight also die. And then there's some unseen things that you don't see, which is like the pests, the white flies. It dies, it kills the plant and it dies. So you have to do everything, quite a lot of things actually. And it's not difficult. You just have to do it consistently to protect your chili plant. And then you will grow into a beautiful plant and give you wonderful fruits. Okay. So there are natural laws of breastfeeding as well. Natural laws for breastfeeding, very, very simple, not very difficult actually. Okay, and the first natural law of breastfeeding is to start right. Plant the right seeds, of course. So how do you start right? Get pregnant first. Of course. Yeah, get pregnant. But sometimes there's something that don't follow natural law. Do you know that mothers who have never gotten pregnant can also produce milk? Mothers who have never gotten pregnant, they can adopt a baby, and because they want to feel, especially Muslims, yeah, they want to they makram. Have you heard of that makram before? They want to have a makram with their baby. They want to that the baby belongs to them. The bonding, the makram, they call it. That they, if they feed from their own body, they feed milk from their own body at least 5 times full, then the baby belongs to them. Okay, and therefore it belongs, and it is like a biological baby. So a lot of Muslim mothers who adopt their baby, they will attempt to induce lactation. That means to produce milk so that they can feed their baby. They will attempt at least, and they will do it for at least minimum of 5 times. Or they will just pump their milk and collect until 5 full bottles. And then after that, they can stop breastfeeding if they want to. But a lot of mothers actually continue to produce milk, continue to breastfeed, even though they have never gotten pregnant and never delivered before. So even mothers who have never gotten pregnant can produce milk. But with the right start, with the right things, doing the right thing. So mothers who are pregnant like now, you have to do things that are right. Okay, so the first natural law is, of course, the right start. And then you need to understand about your baby. You need to feed on demand. You have to stimulate your breast. Okay, feed on demand. And then the third natural law when it comes to breastfeeding is consistency. So it's not very difficult. All these are actually very easy, just like the law of gravity. Hey, you know the law of gravity works. Please don't jump off the building to see whether you can fly. Okay. Yeah. So, and you know the law of sowing and reaping works. So consistency is that protecting your seeds, protecting your plant. Okay. So you will increase your breastfeeding success if you start right. And this is what this 1 hour class is about, increasing your breastfeeding success rate. Yeah. And I'm going to give you 5 tips today. For in this 1 hour, I'm going to give you 5 tips. Actually, there are so many more, but today 5 tips. Okay. And tips number 1 is to strengthen your mindset. When it comes to breastfeeding, one of the most important thing about the right start is the mindset. You have to set your mind first. Your mindset is actually more important than your breast. Do you believe that? Okay. What you think about breastfeeding, how you think about breastfeeding, what you know about breastfeeding, okay, is more important than your breast. Most mothers fail to breastfeed, all right, cannot continue to breastfeed. Most of the time is because they do not have the right mindset or they do not have a strong mindset. They give up too easily because they think breastfeeding is difficult. They think that breastfeeding is going to make their life more difficult. Baby becomes clingy. And then they think that there's something wrong with their body and their body cannot produce enough milk. And it's also the mindset of the husband, daddy as well. And also the mindset of grandma and grandpa and everybody around you. All right. So it's not just mommy's mindset, it's also everybody else's mindset. But the most important person, the mindset, the most important is mommy and daddy. Okay, so mommy, you have to actually strengthen your own mindset. And how do you do that? You have to understand something about yourself. You have an inner voice. This inner voice talking in your left ear, in your right ear. It's like the angel and the devil talking. I think I can breastfeed. No lah, I don't think you can breastfeed lah. Your mother didn't breastfeed. How can you breastfeed? But I got breast ma. I can feel my breast growing ma. So I can breastfeed. Oh. No lah. You see, your sister also didn't breastfeed. Your sister tried, and then she also give up what? I'm reading a lot of books. All the books says that all mothers can breastfeed. Tipu one. You see, your friend also cannot breastfeed. Your sister, your mom cannot breastfeed. Your sister cannot breastfeed. Your friend also cannot breastfeed. I think you also cannot breastfeed lah. What makes you so special? Right. But we'll have to understand what is the truth. What is the truth? The truth, scientific truth is almost 99.9% mothers, healthy mothers, when I say healthy, that means you're able to conceive your baby, you're able to carry your baby to full term, you're able to deliver your baby, you will be able to produce enough milk. So this devil and this angel that's talking is called your inner voice. You have to learn to shut one up and listen to the other one. Who do you want to shut up? Bernice, which voice is stronger? Do you have this voice inside you or not?
Maybe now not so much lah, but early stage yes lah. When I first got
Bernice, how many months pregnant are you now?
7 months or going to 8 months.
Fantastic. So initially you had the devil and the angel, huh? Okay. So now the angel is stronger or the devil is stronger?
Angel.
Yes, angel is stronger. Huh? Okay. And Joanne here is currently second baby, 21 weeks in, and she says shut up the devil. Wow, in 21 weeks already, she shut up the devil already. Huh? Okay. And this is what we have to do very, very consciously. You cannot just say, never mind, now one day the devil will shut up by himself. From experience, the devil never shut up on you. If you don't consciously shut him up, you don't consciously give him a slap and say, get out. So you have to consciously shut the devil out. And how do you do that? All right, tip number one, still strengthen your mindset. And how do you do that? Because Bernice, now you say initially the devil quite strong and now not much already. Now the angel is there. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Right? Okay. Then closer and closer to your delivery date, you might find that the devil comes back. Oh no. Why? Because you're tired, your baby is getting bigger, you backache, you don't have enough sleep. And then your doctor is telling you like, oh, if you don't give birth by this date, we are going to potong you, we are going to have cesarean, and then you're like, I don't want cesarean, I'm getting stressed again. And then people telling you, hey, COVID, have you prepared this, have you prepared that? All these are so scary, right? You have to strengthen your mindset by doing affirmative self-talk and nurture talk. You have to talk to yourself consistently every single day, like what Joanne is doing, starting from week 21 onwards, or starting from as early as possible from the time you know you're pregnant. Every single morning, just spend 1 minute. You don't have to spend three hours or 5 hours, but you can just spend 1 minute as you're brushing your teeth. You talk to yourself. Hey, good morning, darling. Good morning, Bernice. You look wonderful today. All right, brushing your teeth. Yanni, I am a good mom. I am positive. Is going to have enough milk for my baby. Brushing, right? My Ika to produce milk for baby. All right. Lisa is growing strong. So you talk to yourself while you're brushing your teeth every single day, make it a habit. Now, this is just an example of positive affirmation mirror. Sometimes you feel weird talking to yourself, so you paste on your mirror all the positive affirmations that you want. I have enough milk. My breast is growing well each day. My baby is going to grow strong and healthy on my breast milk. Breastfeeding is going to be easy. Breastfeeding is going to be wonderful. Breastfeeding is going to be a happy experience for me. So you write all the affirmations that you want. Okay. Now I'm not breastfeeding. My baby is already 19 years old. Let me show you my affirmation. I definitely will look at the mirror to make sure my hair is okay. To make sure, that's me in the mirror. Okay, that's my affirmation. You don't have to do such an elaborate affirmation. You write it on pieces of paper and you stick it on the mirror every morning when you brush your teeth. Sure, you look at it on. Okay. Now the second tip number 2 is empower yourself. With what? Knowledge. Okay, knowledge Plus empowerment. What is knowledge? Knowledge is information and correct information. The empowerment, who can give you this empowerment? Only yourself. Not your mother-in-law, not the confinement lady, not the confinement center, actually not even your husband. But if your husband can empower you, that means your husband supports you strongly, that is of course a lot better. But mommy, you need to empower yourself and say, I know what to do, I can do it, I must be strong. And if I don't protect my baby, who will? And I know the correct knowledge, I know the correct information. Knowledge plus empowerment will give you good results. Okay? So what sort of knowledge do you need? You need to know exactly what to do. So ask yourself this. Do you know how much milk is enough for your baby? You know? Do you know how to tell if baby is hungry? Do you know what to do if baby cries all the time? No, don't know. Not sure. Do you know what to do if babies have jaundice?
Let's take a look at the questionnaire you answered when we started the class, yeah?
Do you see this? Okay. So about 80% of you, baby number one, wonderful. When does a mother start to produce milk? Now, 26%, when I say that 3 days after delivery, but the answer is actually second trimester. 33.3% of you, 10 of you have answered that your breast will produce milk in the second trimester, which is actually between week 16 to week 20. Do you know that your breast actually start producing milk at week 16 to week 20? The rest of you, of course, wrong. Only 33, only 10 of you correct answer. Now, it's normal for a newborn baby to breastfeed every 1 to 2 hours. Thank God, 96.7% of you say yes. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. Okay. Of course, there's still one person who's unsure. It's all right. You do not know who you are. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. It's very important to get good breast pump. 50% of you say no, but the other 50% say yes or unsure. A lot of mothers naturally do not get enough milk. Thankfully, 56.7% say no. That's a correct answer. Actually, a lot of mothers can naturally produce enough milk. Okay. And breast milk does not have any nutrients after 3 to 6 months. No. Wonderful. Congratulations. You're right. You're absolutely right. And mothers who have C-section cannot breastfeed their baby. 83.3% of you say no. Wonderful. Yes. Cesarean mothers can breastfeed successfully and breastfeed immediately after delivery. Yeah. And it's better not to breastfeed if sick or on medication. You can see that 50% of you has the correct answer, but the other 50% doesn't have the correct answer. Okay, but depends on what medication, depends the drug is harmful to baby and no other treatment. Answer is, all right, the simple answer is almost 100% medication is compatible with breastfeeding. Yes, there's a few medication that's not compatible, but most of you are not in that category. Not all. And if you're in that category, other medication that can replace the medication you're taking. Okay, so from here, we actually know that 50% are still not sure of the answer. It's normal for breastfeeding to hurt. And thankfully, 3% of you say no. Yes. You don't have to wait for your nipples to toughen up. If something is wrong, basically. You basically understand that a lot more information is necessary. Agree? Yes, agree with me. A lot more information is. Now, if you don't agree with me, it's also fine. Totally fine. I'm okay with disagreement. Yeah. So if you do not know any of this, you need to find out. And where can you find out? There's a lot of places where you can find out all this information. Yeah, a lot of them are free information. Okay? So there's a lot of free information on the internet. There's a lot and useful information on YouTube. You can actually watch a lot of people sharing about breastfeeding.
Problem is,
correct or not? Honestly, most of it is correct information.
You have to sift through the information. You have to find out which information is good and which is not. Another problem is,
you may not know what you don't know. Correct or not? You do not know what you do not know, and therefore you do not know what kind of information to look for. Yeah. So let's move on. Yeah. Tip number 3. Okay. Tip number 3 is to do the right thing at the right time. You need to do the right thing at the right time. So now you're just
In your third trimester,
so what do you need to do?
just wait for pregnancy to be over? No.
You need, even from the time you know you're pregnant in the first trimester,
You take care of your body. You need to eat the right food.
generally there's no necessity to avoid certain food lah. Very important for you to ensure that
Mommy is healthy.
because if mommy is healthy, you'll be able to deliver healthily. And if mommy is healthy, you will have less problems with your baby. For example, jaundice. What is jaundice? How to manage jaundice? Basically, you need to know the right thing at the right time. And so in your second trimester, we always encourage mothers, please attend a birthing class. What is a birthing class? A birthing class basically teaches you about how birth, the process of birth. Birthing also need to learn. Yeah. My experience, when I see a baby, I look at a baby whose mother has gone for a birthing class, and not just any birthing class, but a hypno birthing class. I notice that the baby behaves differently. The baby is calmer, the baby cries less often, the baby is easier to take care of. Don't you want a baby like that? So do the right thing at the right time. Second trimester, what must you do? Attend a birthing class, and not just any birthing class, but a hypno birthing class. And if you want a recommendation, of course, even if you don't want a recommendation, I'm going to recommend it to you. Okay.
Next, do you know
You can actually make your milk increase faster by doing hand massage before delivery. Now, the whole idea of this hand massage before delivery is not to must get colostrum. It is for stimulation breast massaging. It will actually increase and improve your breast, the way your breast respond to you after you deliver your baby. And when baby sucks from the breast, the milk will immediately flow out. Because remember, just now I mentioned, do you know that a mommy actually start producing milk at week 16 pregnant in the second trimester? At week 16 pregnant, actually start producing milk. The milk is all inside your body. Now it needs to come out. So if you hand massage before you deliver,
when baby is born, the moment baby latches onto your breast will respond better.
okay? So how do you do it? Learn to do it yourself. No need to depend on breast massage lady. No need to spend 200 ringgit. If you want to spend, go ahead and spend. It's good. Give people business. Okay, people also need to make a living. Okay, if you want to go ahead. But actually, you can do it yourself. So learn to do breast massage. And I'm just going to show you my breast massage technique. Yeah, that is actually, my technique is called the chin chai technique. Very easy one. Okay, so if you okay, all right, and if you can use oil, massage oil, rub. Yep. Okay. So chin chai means you just do like that. Also okay. 搞掂. 2-3 minutes 搞掂. But if you want more, you do downward stroke, upwards, downward stroke, upwards. This is called butterfly stroke. I'm going to stand up so that I can show you. Okay, can see my breast now. All right. Here, massage oil here. Okay. So you go downward. It's like swimming, the butterfly stroke. Okay. So you do this 5 times. 1. This is called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And on your breast here, avoid the nipple. Just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? And then you just hold your breast and then you just shake. That's it. Chin chai. If whatever I teach you today, you forget, never mind. Just remember one thing, chin chai massage. Touch your breast and shake it all around. From week 37 onwards. Don't do it now if you're only 21 weeks pregnant. Do it from week 37 onwards. Every single day, 3 times a day, massage your breast on your own. Okay. Now, if you are the type of person who don't like to touch your breast, I'm very tired, my hand very latte. I don't like to touch my breast. Now, if you are that type of person who don't like to touch your breast or with your own bare hands, okay, lor, you invest money, lor. Okay, invest a little bit of money. There's a lot of things in the market to buy. Go shopping. That's one of our superpowers, isn't it? Online shopping. Okay. There's something like this that you can buy and you can massage your breast. Just put on your breast, shake it here because it vibrates. You don't even have to shake your hand. You just put it there, like that. 5 minutes, counting 3 times a day. And if you're working while you're driving in your office, all right, this thing, it looks something like a mouse, It looks like that. All you have to do is put it into your baju lah, like that, and then you drive. Okay, you reach a traffic light, you take it out, you change lah. Okay, yeah. So that is actually very, very useful. Okay, so learn how to do breast massage. There's so many things that you can do, so many learns. Now, tip number 4, okay, is to manage problems as soon as possible. Will you definitely have problems? No. If you do the right thing, you plant the right seeds, you start doing the right thing while you are pregnant, very likely you won't have much problem. But if you do have problems like engorgement, sore nipples, blood ducts, mastitis, fever, pain, if you experience any problems at all, which I hope you will not because you're doing the right thing, manage it as soon as possible. So I'm going to give you permission to take a screenshot of this. This is my answer to how to manage and treat different problems that you make. You can screenshot it and keep a copy and keep it in your phone or print it out big and put it so that you know exactly what to do when you have. And one of the best treatment is here. If you see there's a QR code here, is to latch on demand and get help from a T-band breastfeeding counselor. Get help from a counselor who knows exactly how to help you. This problem needs this solution. This problem needs this solution. You will notice that when you have a problem and you ask on T-band got 150,000 members, more than 150,000 members. So when you have a problem and you ask on T-band, you may get 150,000 different answers. And then you get so confused. You go on T-band and you see somebody ask a question, and then you get so many different answers. Happen before or not? You see before or not? Yes, huh? Yeah, some of you nodding your head. You see. So asking the right person for the answers is very important. Get somebody to support you. Build your support system. Build your support network. And the best support network I can recommend to you are the team of T-band breastfeeding counselors. Okay, for your information, Katrina, who is here, and Daphne, who is here, is one of the T-band breastfeeding counselor. And additionally, Daphne is a hypnobirthing instructor. Katrina is a baby weaning instructor. What is baby weaning? For example, do you know to feed your baby when he reaches 6 months? Or do you know when to start feeding your baby solid food? Some of you say 6 months, 7 months, maybe 4 months. So if you're not sure, of course you need information, which you can easily, freely get from the internet. But then you may, I hope you won't, meet some challenges where your baby don't like certain food. So getting a proper guidance of baby weaning is very important. Okay. Tip number 5, the final tip is to learn to understand your baby. Learn to understand your baby. What is normal baby behavior? What is not so good? What is when to get help, when not to get help? Why is my baby crying? Okay, a lot of times it's like that. Yeah, Yanni, ask you again. Yanni, you can either type in the chat or you can unmute yourself and answer me. Yeah, is Yanni around? Oh, yes. Okay. Have you heard this before? Don't carry your baby, you will only spoil him.
God also.
Okay, Yanni, baby number what? 1 or 2, 3 or 4?
Number
First
one.
baby, okay. So got people tell you, don't carry your baby, you only spoil him. And then
Yeah.
some people may have told you, let the baby cry. Okay, cry, never mind. They will know how to stop themselves. And then they are manipulating you. All right, have you heard before or not?
Yeah.
Yanni, you're how many weeks pregnant again? Sorry.
27.
27. So got a lot of people give you advice, okay. So I'm gonna ask you, like Yanni, let's say you have a bad day. Are you a working mom, Yanni?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say, are you the boss or you have a boss?
Have a boss.
Okay. So let's say your boss, that day bad mood crazy, went crazy a little bit yell at you Not your fault one. Just call you stupid you. Of course it's not your fault. Okay, you young now. All right, then you go home. And then your husband, you go home, you look at your husband, then you start crying, right? Because you had such a bad day. And then your husband look at you and say, cry. Never mind. Somebody told me, let my wife cry for 30 minutes first, then only I ask her what's happening. How would you feel?
Feel being ignored.
Yeah, you feel being ignored. Other than feeling being ignored, how will you respond to your husband?
Scream louder.
Yes, you want to punch him, isn't it? You want to punch your husband, isn't it? Because he's not responding to you. Correct, not? Yeah, so it's the same thing. When your baby cries, people tell you, don't carry your baby. You're only going to spoil him. Babies, they have no other way of communicating with you. The only way they communicate with you is to cry. I'm hungry. I got a wet diaper. I'm lonely. I'm tired. Everything also red. Okay? So if you listen to all these old people, don't carry him so much. Let him cry. Does it make sense? So you have to understand, why does my baby cry? What does my baby need? And if you as an adult need love and care from your own husband, and your husband will need it from you too, what more your baby? So you have to understand, you have to know how to respond to your baby. So it's not just about breastfeeding, It's about everything else. It's about parenting. What sort of relationship do you want with your children in 15 years' time? Yeah. So at the end, after giving you 5 tips, you say, okay, so what is the key to success? How do I prepare my success? What's the secret? My answer, there's no secret to success. Success is a result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. And thankfully, when it comes to breastfeeding success, you learn from the failure of other people. I'm very proud to tell you this not so proud also okay good that I failed so many times. I am so good at failing. Okay, I can teach you how not to fail. And here definitely say success is also luck. Breastfeeding success is luck. Luck. It's called labor under correct knowledge. You need to have the correct knowledge. Okay. I hope that by attending today's class, you actually have gotten some information. Remember all the tips I've given you. Strengthen your mindset every day. Please talk to yourself, affirm yourself that you're a good mom. You are able to breastfeed successfully. What is tip number 2? Tip number 2 is to empower yourself with knowledge. Do you remember that? Empower yourself with knowledge. And tip number 3, to do the right thing at the right time. Yes. And then you have to learn breast massage. Yes, to learn breast massage, and also to learn your baby's behavior, to understand your baby's behavior. So all these are the things that you have to learn. You have to understand before you deliver your baby. Okay. And of course, I know the answer to this question. Is your baby worth it? Your sacrifices today will ensure your own and your children's happiness tomorrow. Okay. Some say those with blood type will definitely get jaundice. The blood type O will get jaundice. Now, yes, it's true that if there's a blood type incompatibility with mommy and baby, okay, there's a mommy has a different blood type than baby, your baby will get what we call prolonged jaundice. not definitely will get jaundice, but if the baby gets jaundice, it's usually prolonged. It's usually prolonged. Most babies get jaundice and it will go away by itself by 2 weeks old. But some babies will have jaundice for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 months to 6 months. My fourth baby was jaundice for 6 months. So you wouldn't know whether your baby has a different blood type than you until you deliver your baby. Then the doctor will actually check the blood type after you deliver your baby. And if it's a different blood type than you or it's incompatible, you have blood type O, then your doctor will actually observe your baby more. Okay, so you have to understand what to do, how to do, when to do, what exactly. Okay, any prevention for jaundice? While you are pregnant, there's no prevention for jaundice while you're pregnant. But jaundice happens because of baby's liver immaturity, usually. Baby's liver, which is immature, and usually the last thing that that matures as your baby forms in your womb is the liver. So you will want to bake your baby as long as possible in your womb. You do not want to have a premature baby. You do not want to deliver your baby too early. You do not want to be rushed into delivering your baby. And your doctor said, if you don't deliver by week 38 or you don't deliver if your baby hasn't come out by week 40, we will induce you. You do not want that because basically your baby is not ready. So what to do? You need to arm yourself with information. And that is why I strongly recommend you to go for hypnobirthing class by Purple Seeds. Because if you go for hypnobirthing class by Purple Seeds, you will know exactly what to do, all right, to bake your baby longer in the womb. And if it happens that by week 42 also your baby hasn't come out, the hypnobirthing class will actually teach you what to do to hasten your delivery, to help the baby to face the world earlier, faster. But the thing is, human babies are supposed to bake a lot longer. And most of the time, unfortunately, our healthcare system, by the time you're week 38, doctor impatient already. I want the baby to come out. And sometimes it's the mother who is also impatient. But if you understand that the longer the baby bakes, the more mature the baby will be, the more mature the liver will be, the risk of having jaundice is actually lesser. So that's what you can do to help yourself to ensure that your jaundice do not get too high, your baby's jaundice don't get too high, is to understand the process of your baby's growth in the womb. Now, you do it. If they say, drink coconut will reduce jaundice, is it true? It's not scientifically true. It hasn't been proven, okay? But what can you do after delivery is to ensure that you have plenty of milk so that the moment you deliver your baby can suck and able to extract the milk from your breast, and therefore the more milk baby gets, the lesser jaundice your baby will be. Okay, but in order to do that, you also have to understand the whole process of breastfeeding. You have to understand that you have to have skin to skin. You need to put the baby to the breast. You need to know exactly how to put the baby to the breast. You need to identify a few early challenges, like for example, tongue tie. See, I'm giving you a new term again. What is tongue tie? So many things to learn, right? And then some of you may get very, I've got so many things to learn. But the good thing is you are all still very new in your pregnancy. You have time to learn. So you do need to take this time to learn so that when you deliver your baby, you won't be so kelam kabut. Okay, that's the best thing you can do for jaundice, all right? Preparation. Yeah, okay. Lisa, you're 25 weeks now. Your breasts have been painful, sore with slight hardened and lumpy oral since week 20. You have been using stretch mark oils to massage them every night or shower with warm water. A lot to do. Other ways apart from breast massage that will help. Okay, Lisa. Your experience with sore breast now is actually a very, very good sign, because your breast starts producing milk around week 16 to week 20 pregnant. So this soreness of your breast is actually a sign to you that the breast is starting to grow, all the cell breast milk producing cells are starting to form, and they are growing very, very rapidly. Okay, it's actually a good sign. Be happy about it. But yes, it may be a bit uncomfortable for some mothers lah, because some of us are more sensitive than other mothers. Some mothers go through it and then no problem because they're not so sensitive. So it looks like you're quite sensitive to it. So the best thing to do is, yes, massaging it gently. You can actually use a breast massager like the one that I showed you just now. It's a gadget you can buy on Shopee or you can buy from me, and you can just use it to put it on your breast. You can apply warm towel or warm compress onto your breast. Sometimes some people don't like towel because it gets cold too fast. You can buy a warm water bag from the pharmacy and you fill it up with hot water, and then you just apply it to the breast. It will actually help to soothe the breast. Okay, so yes, that's the only thing that you can do, and be happy that you're experiencing that, because it actually means that your breast is growing very, very healthily. Yeah, that is actually ensuring that you will produce enough milk. Okay, the more you direct latch your baby, the more milk you will have. This is natural law. I don't made up this law. Mother Nature made up this law. God made up this law. Okay, basically, it's the more milk, the more you direct latch your baby, the more milk you will produce. Yeah, that's how it is. It's actually very simple, but direct latching your baby, you may need help for it. You may need help to make sure that your baby is able to direct latch well. And sometimes your baby may not direct latch well. It's caused by the birthing practice. It's caused by what happened at birth. Maybe your doctor rushed you into delivery, your doctor induced you too early, and the baby is not ready to be born. But because induced already have to give birth, and then you have a cesarean, maybe that can actually impact the way the baby direct latch. So that is why very, very important, Lisa, if possible, please attend a birthing class, okay? And in my opinion, not just any birthing class, please attend the Purple Seeds birthing class, because Purple Seeds really, really have the best information from what I can see of all the other birthing class in the world. So please attend that. Okay. Will breast massage speed up the baby to come up early? Yes and no. That is why we ask you to only breast massage at week 37 onwards, and gently. That using my chin chai technique. If you use my chin chai technique for 5 to 10 minutes a day, usually that's okay. But at any time you feel contraction after week 37 and you feel like, oh, I massage and then very strong contraction, you can stop. Then you wait until week 38. Baby hasn't arrived yet, then you continue to massage. By week 38, if you massage your breast constantly, yes, it may cause contraction, all right? And you may deliver early, but at week 38, it's actually fine. It's okay to deliver at week 38. Yeah, so you start massaging at week 37 onwards. To learn how to colostrum harvest, please attend a proper breastfeeding class. Yeah. Is it normal for pig to stop mommy from breastfeeding if she believes that breast milk causes jaundice? Yes, or CY. Okay, yes, it's very common that a lot of pediatricians are, but thankfully not all, actually who doesn't know much about breastfeeding, they will tell the mother to stop breastfeeding and give formula milk, which is against WHO policy, which is against Malaysia Ministry of Health policy. Malaysia Ministry of Health say continue to breastfeed. But yes, there are some doctors, some pediatricians who do not know about breastfeeding, or who are totally not friendly about breastfeeding, who tell the mother to stop breastfeeding. So you need to find a pediatrician who is breastfeeding supportive, who knows about breastfeeding. And if you so happen to get a pediatrician who is not supportive, that is why you need people like me, you need people like the Tiban Breastfeeding Council who give you the correct information. All right, and please remember empowerment. Remember, I talked about empowerment, knowledge plus empowerment equals good success. All right, good results. Yeah. Empowerment also means you can change your pediatrician, you can change your doctor anytime. Anytime a doctor tells you to stop breastfeeding, for whatever reason, get a second opinion, get a third opinion. And doctors do not know much about breastfeeding. They're not trained in breastfeeding. Maybe there are some doctors in this room, I don't know. You will know that I'm speaking the truth, that most doctors do not have any training in breastfeeding at all. And that's why we have breastfeeding consultants. Just the same way as doctors are not pharmacists. Doctors are not dietitians. Doctors are not nutritionists. They are doctors who treat illnesses. So there's breastfeeding consultants, breastfeeding counselors who are fully knowledgeable about breastfeeding. So these are the people that you should listen to. So at any time the doctor tells you to stop breastfeeding, please get a second opinion, okay? Should we continue to breastfeed if baby is lactose intolerant now? Lactose in breast milk and lactose in formula milk or in cow's milk is very different. They have the same name, but they are different. One is human milk, one is cow's milk. All right. So it's very rare, extremely rare for babies to be intolerant to breast milk lactose. Very rare that baby is intolerant to mother's breast milk. Okay, but it is quite common for babies to be intolerant to cow's lactose. So a doctor who tells you, hey, I think your baby is intolerant to lactose, stop breastfeeding, again, please ask for a second opinion. In fact, tests should be done. Because if baby is intolerant to mother's breast milk, very likely baby will not be able to take cow's milk anyways. So test has to be done in order to ensure that it's really intolerant to human mother's breast milk. Okay, so it's very rare. In fact, I have in 19 years as a breastfeeding consultant, I have not even had a single case. But most of the time, the intolerance was to cow's milk, and it's because of giving cow's milk in the early days that upsets the baby's digestive system, that caused the baby a lot of problem. And this is something that you have to find out, what happened if you give formula milk versus what happened when you give breast milk. Yeah. Okay. Is there any particular pump which is recommended? Yeah. The most important thing we always recommend is to direct latch your baby. But of course, there are some mothers who will have to pump or express milk when they go back to work. So the best pump that I can recommend is your hands. Learn to hand express. Learn to use your hands to get the milk out of your breast, because it's actually much more powerful than any other pump. The most powerful is, of course, your baby. Yeah, your baby is able to latch properly, able to get the milk properly. But then the second most powerful pump is actually your hands. You don't even have to invest in an electrical breast pump. But I know your mothers, you want to spend money. You don't buy a breast pump, maybe you're not happy. So you want to buy something, okay? So I was say that I think the better investment is to invest in a silicone milk collector. Now, like the Haka, a silicone milk collector is not an active breast pump. It's a milk collector, but it's quite effective in removing milk, in helping you to have a good storage of milk as well. But if you want to buy electrical breast pump, basically, I'm sorry, I don't really have a recommendation. Okay? And most breast pumps, it has the same issues. They are mechanical, and they are just a gadget. And mother's breast comes in all different shapes and sizes. So the best breast pump may not be suitable for you. So it's a touch and go thing, it's a luck thing, to see whether you bought the right pump or not. Understanding how to use your hands is the best. How to overcome challenges mainly through supply after going back to work, even though pump every 3 hours is not enough for the baby. If you do the right thing, just like if you plant the right seeds, and you take care of it, you water it, you give it sunlight, you give it good, you fertilize it occasionally, all right? You do the right thing from the very beginning, even before you deliver your baby. Very likely, in fact, almost 100% of the time, if not 100%, at least 99.9% of the time, when you go back to work, you will continue to have a healthy milk supply if you do all the right things. People who struggle with milk supply, especially when they go back to work, is because they have not done the right thing. They didn't breastfeed on time, they didn't pump on time, or they didn't hand express on time, or they rely too much on the breast pump. And remember, I tell you that the breast pump is not as good as the hands, and the hands is not as good as the baby's latching. So most of the time when you're not able to pump well, it's because of the pump problem, not really because your breast got problem. Sometimes it is because you didn't do the right thing. But if you do everything right and yet you're not able to pump well, it's because the pump is not suitable for you. And the sad truth is, a lot of mothers do not respond well to the breast pump. That's the sad truth. So it's actually very important for you to know how to hand express, to use your hands to hand express rather than to rely on the pump. So a lot of mothers actually do in between. They still buy a breast pump where they will pump, and then at the same time, they will use their hands. They pump first, then they use their hands. They find that it's actually more effective and maybe not so tiring. A lot of people are afraid of being tired from just using their hand. But if you know how to use their hands properly, you won't be so tired. Okay? Pumping is also tired, you know. So what these mothers do, the best of both worlds is to get a pump that they pump. After pumping, they will use their hands to hand express. And these mothers are also the same mothers who will realize, hey, when I pump, I get only half an hour. After pumping, when I hand express, I get 2 hours. Because the hands is actually a lot more powerful. So because of this, understanding how breastfeeding works, this is why I strongly recommend you to actually attend a breastfeeding class, and not just any breastfeeding class. Attend my breastfeeding class, because I really believe that I have the best information for you and I have the best support for you. Please do attend it. But whatever it is, whether you decide or not to not attend, I wish you all the best. I really wish you all the best. And I pray that you will inform yourself, give yourself good information. Yes, there's a lot of free information out there. Please do the legwork. Please do the hard work in ensuring your own success. I hope this is good for you. If it is good for you, please do leave me a message to tell me whether this class has been good for you. Please do give me a review, and please do sign up for my class. Okay, last word, final word, prepare your mindset, strengthen your mindset. What must you do? Every single morning, your mirror affirmation. Okay, start with, I am able to breastfeed. Write it down, I'm able to breastfeed. Paste it on your mirror. And then every single day, add something onto your mirror. Okay, you can also add, my husband is going to buy me a diamond ring. So that when the husband look at the mirror, he knows what to do. Okay, bye-bye. Love you all.
It is definitely helpful and very interesting. I attended the class when baby is 5 months old. I wish someone would have told me and convinced me on how important is breastfeeding, and I would have attended the class before my baby is born. If you're seeing this, I hope you won't make the same mistake as me. The best time is attend when you're pregnant. All mummies and daddies should have the knowledge of how to breastfeed, ways to latch, how to help or support breastfeeding mummies, how breastfeeding works, and how much milk does your baby really need as a newborn, how to see if baby is full, how to get help, and who to contact if baby is not breastfeeding well, and how come and why everybody is saying breastfeeding is so good. That is all you need to know before all the stress and negative people around you saying that your baby don't have enough milk. Just give formula, but actually baby have enough? Or you imagine you sure don't have milk actually. You just need to correct way to do it. Or suddenly your helper or nanny giving too much milk or wrong things to baby, and poor baby ended up in hospital because actually you also don't know. Cannot do that. And lastly, depression comes because you don't know what's the right answer, and everybody's stressing you out with hundreds of different opinions, and even forums and Google have different answers. You won't even have time to search or read when your baby is born. I tell you, all you want is to sleep. This is the platform for you to know everything about breastfeeding. The more you know, the more confident you are. You might think that, wow, seriously, the class is so long, it's going to be sleepy and boring. But no, it's interesting as you go along, and you might want to extend after o attend, because you want to know more and more and more until Gina extended and really have to stop somewhere. Somehow it's addictive, because you want what's the best for your child. That's why. Thanks again, Gina. I love you. My son loves you too, because he's having the best milk now, and Mummy gonna let him drink longer and longer after attending the class.